Boom.
All right, guys, another episode of Chip and Pot. Very interesting week for football, I would say, at the least. I did the scores, and it was actually very, very close this week. Very close this week. Only 1 point separated the difference between us. I had 8, my dad had 7, so 8-7, very close. Some interesting games.
Meaning you won 8 and I won 7.
Yeah.
That's what it means. So he got 8 points, I got 7 points.
Some close games. Some points gained from the point spread. I picked some winning teams, but you got me on the points, so it was pretty interesting to say the least. Sorry, week 17 I think was a good week in football. What do you think?
Yeah, it was a good week. I blew a couple bigs, but I mean that's football, right? That's football.
That's the way we have it set up too. You know what I mean? You can't pick. When I pick, it's my pick, not your pick.
Well, no, that's the way the format is.
Yeah.
We pick a game and we go alternate. He picks that game, I'll pick the next game, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, that's the way it goes.
You can't pick the same team.
Right, exactly. So we're good. We're good in that regard.
All right, week 17, we're going to start off with the Atlanta Falcons at Buffalo. Buffalo won 29-15. The point spread was 14.5 points. I had Buffalo. You had Atlanta. You had the half point.
A half point, baby. Half points mean a lot in football. Means a lot of this point spread, guys. I'll tell you, those half points, maybe you don't like them, but they're good. I like them.
I hate those half points. All right, game number 2, LA Rams at the Baltimore Ravens. Rams won 20-19. You had 3.5 with the Baltimore 3.5 points. You got the points again.
Got the points again. That's number 2. But that's going to change. You know that.
Yeah. Game number 3, New York Giants at Chicago Bears. Giants got blown out 29-3. Giants had +6. You had the Bears.
All right.
The point for you again.
So I have to keep going that trend. I'll be happy.
That's what I thought when I was doing it in this downhill. I was like, what the hell? He's beat me 3-0 already. All right, game number 4, Kansas City at Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals had +5 for points. Bengals won 34-31. I had the Bengals, point for me. Game number 5, Miami at Tennessee. Excuse me. Miami had +3.5. Tennessee won 34-3. I had Tennessee, point for me. So here comes the comeback.
Here comes the comeback.
Las Vegas Raiders at the Colts. Raiders had +6.5. I had the Raiders. Raiders won 23-20, and they had the 6.5 points. Point for me.
Point for you.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars at New England. Jacksonville had 15.5 points, which we were talking about.
Yeah.
That was a lot of points.
A lot of points. And I'm a Patriots fan, and I took the Jaguars. The Jaguars are a high school football team, let's be honest.
Yeah, they stink.
I'll tell you what, this kid Trevor Lawrence has got a hell of an arm, but he hasn't got much brains. And that's the truth. If this comes down to it, he's a better coach, that's for sure.
He needs to cut his hair.
He needs to cut his hair, too. He reminds me of Cam Newton. You know, Cam Newton's got to make sure he's got the wardrobe for the game, for the press conference after the game. Cut your hair, Trevor. Forget about your freaking image and play the game of football.
Yeah,
okay. Go ahead.
He threw 3 interceptions in the first half.
Forget about your hair. Play football.
All right, so you had Jacksonville +15.5. Obviously, Patriots blew them out 53, point for me. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New York Jets. Let's talk about Antonio Brown for a second. Antonio Brown said he did what he did because he was protesting against them making him play with an injury.
Antonio Brown has got to be one of the most selfish foot players I've ever seen in my life.
Not even players, human beings.
He is a piece of crap. Antonio, you are a piece of crap. You've got a great situation here where you could possibly win another Super Bowl, and you're undermining it with your stupidity. You do not belong in the NFL.
Not to say that the only reason why he got another chance to play in the NFL was because of Tom Brady.
Tom Brady takes this guy under his arms, does everything, because the guy's got great talent. You can't deny that he has great talent.
He's one of the best wide receivers.
But he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Watch your mouth, too.
Watch your mouth. Okay, but he only cares about himself. When you play a team sport and you have selfish players, your team will not succeed.
And the thing is that the doctors cleared him to play, too, so. that's his choice getting dressed. He could have said, "Listen, I don't feel good. I'm hurt. I'm not dressing. You put me in the rocktors, but I'm not dressing." If he was truly hurt.
I mean, I'm not a big Bruce Arians fan because Bruce Arians doesn't have the right attitude to coach in today's NFL. You know, he's call players out. He calls, But that being said, when you're on the verge of maybe winning another Super Bowl, you don't do that to disrupt your team.
Yeah.
You do what the coach says, and you know what? Maybe you're just a decoy. Maybe you're not even running a route. Maybe you're just you watch you out there as a decoy.
Yeah,
Well, you do what the coach says.
Yeah.
You play the game. Antonio Brown, I hope you never get another shot.
I don't think he'll ever get another. I don't know.
Some play, but he's got so much talent. Some NFL team will probably do it, but I just hope he never does.
It's just more of a sideshow with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of drama every time. So Tampa Bay won 28-24. Obviously, I took Tampa Bay, but the Jets had 13 points. Point for you. Philadelphia Eagles at Washington. Philly won 20-16. Washington had 3.5 points. You had Philly. Point for you. Denver Broncos at LA Chargers. Broncos had 5.5 points. You had the Chargers. I had Denver. Point for you. Houston at San Francisco. Houston had 12.5 points. I had San Francisco. San Francisco won 23-7. Point for me. Arizona at Dallas. I didn't write this one down.
Who knows? It could be me 8, him 7.
Arizona at Dallas. I'll tell you right now. It'd be 8-8.
Okay, let's see. I think there was an extra game in this, anyways.
Yeah, I'll tell you right
Could
now.
be 8-8. Here we go. This is what makes. These are why we call ourselves the professionals of being unprofessional. You can watch these other programs that are professional. They read a teleprompter. This is all us, man. This is all us. You're not going to get any phoniness from us. This is us. Yeah, we can be stupid at times. Yeah, but we can also be brilliant. So, this is what you get.
Arizona at Dallas. I had Dallas with 8-8.
8-8. Isn't that amazing?
Because you had Arizona. Arizona won 25-22. Arizona had plus 4.5. So Arizona at Dallas. I didn't see it. I had them too close together.
I got you. Yep. Okay.
So
8-8.
Arizona won. What was the score again? 25-22. So
8-8.
So I'm still winning. So you have 40 points to 44. I'll switch that after.
Okay. I'll switch that after. Okay.
All right. Carolina at the Saints. Saints won 18-10. Carolina had plus 7. You had Carolina. Point for me. 1 point shy. Detroit at Seattle. Oh, I didn't get this game either. No, I'm kidding. Detroit at Seattle. Seattle won. Blew them out pretty much. 51-29. Detroit had plus 7. You took Detroit with the points. Point for me. Minnesota at Green Bay. Green Bay won 37-10. I took the points in that one. 6.5 points for Minnesota.
Point for me.
Point for you. Green Bay is looking pretty good this year, I would say.
I tell you what, Aaron Rodgers, the guy can play. He's not a kid anymore. Say what you want about Aaron Rodgers, and this moron, I can't remember his name, says, I'm not going to vote for Aaron Rodgers because he didn't do the vaccine crap. Listen, Aaron Rodgers deserves the MVP. The guy is a great quarterback.
Over Tom Brady?
I love Tom Brady, but Aaron
Your
Rodgers,
age?
man, I'll tell you what, Green Bay would be nothing without Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
and
it would.
Tampa Bay would be nothing without Tom Brady.
Yeah.
It's a tough vote. But Aaron Rodgers,
It's going to be interesting.
he
now.
deserves
Brown.
recognition. That's all I'm saying.
It's going to be interesting with Antonio Brown now, too. No.
Forget about Antonio Brown.
Tampa Bay has no wide receivers now.
Look,
Godwin's hurt.
Brady makes people great.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm not so concerned.
All right, final game. The Browns at the Steelers. You took the Browns.
Baker Mayfield, you stink.
You took the Browns. I had the Steelers. Steelers had plus 3. Steelers won 26-14. Point for me.
Baker Mayfield, okay, you may have an injury. Okay, I'm going to give you a pass on this. But boy, I'm going to tell you, you stink. And if you don't come back next year, I think he still actually got a shot for playoffs. Possibly, I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
But Baker Mayfield, I'm gonna tell you, you got
He
one
has
more year.
improved a little bit, but nothing too
One more
outrageous.
year. If you don't cut the mustard next year, goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah, like we were talking about the other night, hasn't been a first round draft quarterback that's done anything too great.
Not too great. Nothing great.
Alright. Yeah, there hasn't.
All right, on to next week.
Like we were watching the Bruins the other night, and we saw Charlie Coyle. I told you he was drafted in the first round. And you're right, he was drafted in the first
He was
round.
drafted in the first round. I think he should be his first line.
Yeah, he's a third liner.
He's a third liner. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of talent out there. A lot of times, people don't blossom. Like Tom Brady would be a perfect example. They don't blossom till a little later on in life.
Yeah.
And boom.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Alright, on to week 18. Who had the first pick last week?
I don't even care. You can go. You can go first. This is.
You know what? I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Before viewing.
Tell me what it is.
Kansas City at Denver. Denver plus 10.
I'm taking Kansas City because if they win this game, they're going to get the bye. They'll be the number 1 seed. So I'm taking Kansas City because they're not going to take any chances. They're going to blow out Denver.
I think Patrick Mahomes is going to have a terrible game.
No, Patrick Mahomes he's coming up big time. They want the number 1 seed.
Patrick
Questions.
Patrick Mahomes is. Oh, yeah, he has the Super Bowls. I can't say that. He's the next Dak Prescott. Cowboys at Eagles. They're giving the Eagles plus 7. Who are you taking, Frank?
Not me. It's your turn.
I'm going to let you pick my pick.
No, I took. I already picked mine. You
I'm going to
picked.
let you pick my picks today.
No.
Eagles are, well, these are from a couple weeks ago. They're 8-7. I don't know if I forgot if they won or not. Eagles did win. Dallas lost. Dallas lost to Arizona. Dallas was on a good run too. Plus 7. I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Good pick.
All right. Packers at Lions. They're giving the Lions 2.5 points, which doesn't make sense to me.
Well, no, it does make a lot of sense because the Packers don't want to. They're in. The Packers don't want to get anybody get hurt. Or they're giving the Lions 2.5. I think the Packers are playing their pride. And when they bring their substitutes in, they're still going to want to show what they can do for next year. Give me the Packers. I'll give the 2.5 points. I mean, Detroit's just a pitiful.
I would say they should give them at least 12.5 points.
2.5 points. I'll take the Packers. Detroit's pitiful.
The Bears at the Vikings. They're giving the Vikings 2.5 points. Chicago won last week. I remember that. The Vikings are saying, okay, where are the Bears? Bears.
Don't worry about it. It's a nothing game.
Yeah, I'm worried about it. It's nothing game, but
Where's it? Was that Chicago?
it's at Minnesota.
Take Minnesota. Take the home team.
Yeah, I was going to take the Vikings anyways. Take the points on that one. Colts at Jacksonville. They're giving Jacksonville 15.5 points again.
I'm taking Colts.
What? Can you give me a reason?
I'm taking the Colts because Jacksonville's pitiful.
They
They are absolutely pitiful. They're a high school team.
have no
pitiful.
line, no nothing.
They got nothing. So I'm going to take the Colts.
Titans at Texans. They're giving the Texans 10.5 points.
Your point, your pick.
Wow, that's a lot of points.
Who's it?
Titans.
Yeah, Titans got. They got some playoff sequences on the line. My opinion.
I would go Titans.
Yeah, I would definitely take the Titans. They want to win that game.
Yeah, and they're a good team. Washington Redskins. Let me repeat this one more time. Washington football team versus the New York Giants. They're giving the Giants 6.5 points.
It's a nothing game.
So what are you taking?
I'm going to take Washington.
A lot of nothing games this week. Steelers at Ravens. They're giving the Steelers 5.5 points. I think this is a big game for the Steelers this week, actually.
Oh, for a couple reasons.
They're on the playoff.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what. You're going to pick what you want, but I'm going to tell you what. I mean.
I'm going to take the Steelers.
Yeah, that's good feeling. This is Ben Roethlisberger's last hurrah. He's going to want to finish strong.
Yeah. Bengals at Browns. They're giving the Browns plus 3. Bengals.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm taking the Bengals because Joe Burrow he's on a mission.
He's been playing good lately.
He's been playing unbelievable. Bengals, the only weakness they have is their defense, which I don't think Baker Mayfield can exploit any defense right now. So forget about Baker Mayfield. Joe Burrow, I'll take the Bengals.
All right. Jets at Buffalo. They're giving the Jets 16.5 points. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. 16.5. Well, so that's your pick.
I'm going to take Buffalo.
I would have taken Buffalo too, only because Buffalo. Yeah, but the whole thing is that's a lot of points. Buffalo needs to win that game. If they win that game, they win the division. But they don't have to win by 17 points. They only have to win by 2 points. And
Yeah, but it's a lot comfortable when you win by that much.
okay, so you're taking Buffalo.
Yeah, I feel like Josh
That's
Allen.
definitely my game.
He's gonna have a big week.
Yeah, the whole thing is,
He can run. He can throw.
yeah, they don't want to get them hurt before the playoffs. So I think if they get a significant lead, starters come out, boom, they win by 2 points. It's just as good as winning by 17 points.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're going to get at least 2-3 touchdown lead before they pull the starters out.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we got. Okay.
All right, Saints at Falcons. They're giving the Falcons 4.5 points.
I'm taking Saints.
Taking the Saints.
Yep.
And why is that?
Because I like the Saints. I think the Saints are going to do okay.
Seahawks at Cardinals. They're giving the Seahawks 6.5 points. Seahawks had a big win last week. They blew the
Cardinals are playoff bound.
yeah, but I'm gonna take the points on this one.
Right.
I think it's gonna be a battle. I think if the Cardinals do win, they're not gonna win more than 6.5
All right.
points. San Fran at LA Rams. They're giving San Fran 4 points.
I'll take LA.
Taking LA, huh?
Yep.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because I think LA's got a better team. That's how, plain and simple.
Chargers at Raiders. Final game. They're giving the Raiders 2.5 points.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. Chargers are already in the playoffs, right? Yeah, they got a good team this year. I like their coach. They got a good coach. Chargers, yeah, they're in the Raiders are the same division. As of not before last week, these are my totals for week 17. They're both 8-7.
Well, you can't just go by that. There's a lot of other factors involved.
And they're in the same division.
True. So this is going to be a black and blue game.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Chargers. It's only 2.5 points. And those are our picks for this week.
That's it. That's our picks for this week.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. Well, here's another session of the professional unprofessionals.
We got the golf tournament going on right now too.
We got the golf tournament going on.
I'd like to say Patrick Reed was one of my players. He shot +4 the first round. After this round today, he finished -8 total.
Wow, sounds like an easy course. I didn't look at the standings.
He shot +4, so he shot like 12 under today.
What par is it?
I don't know, but if he was +4 today,
If he shot 12 under, if it's a 72, obviously he shot 60. But that's interesting.
he finished today -8. He's tied for 6, so that's big. Because yesterday he was in last place.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah,
But you know what? There's two more games, two more rounds
He
to go.
knows like I said, he has history with the course. He won it, and he got tied for second, and then he got 3rd place. So I'm pretty confident in him now. I think yesterday was just a fluke for him.
We're gonna see. I mean, golf is unlike any other game. You start off strong, but those who start off strong don't finish strong.
Never.
Not never, but on occasion, very seldom does somebody lead from start to end.
Yeah.
Unless
it was Tiger.
Well, Tiger he's an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're all done for today.
Yeah, we're all done for today.
We're all done for today. Again, this is the professional unprofessionals wishing you a happy new year, and please like and subscribe to Bounce Back Golf. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. And remember, a bad shot in golf gives you the opportunity to make a great shot. It gives you the opportunity to
bounce back, baby.
All right. Have a great night, guys.
All right, folks.
And girls.
Have a good night, guys. I think I get on good.